Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Rahab, Bakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that still to this very day continually roll very well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect that's continually plowing in his work, giving diligence to make your call and election sure, faith in truth and in sincerity. Now, topic of this video is going to be entitled Famine is Reward for Gluttony. And the reason why I titled this video as Famine is a Reward for Gluttony is because this current society that we live in, which is America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures, is wholly given to a gluttony, all right, consumption, all right, and which pertains unto wickedness, because this current generation that's set up in the society today is wholly wicked, all right, because the ways of America, the ways of Babylon, in which these people, and especially that pertain our people, 2/3 of our people also follow after the ways of Babylon. They have fully aligned themselves with the ways of this society, man. All right, and which a part of that is consuming, all right, you know, the being in that gluttonous spirit. Okay, you know, having that access, that easy access to you know, the different things that are pleasurable to the flesh, in which our people are wholly given to that, man. All right, the things that are pleasurable to the flesh, in which that also falls under you know, consuming, you know, to continually consume, continually eat, you know, because if you go into the specifics of eating, you know, eating food, you know, basically eating food, you know, your body finds comfort in continually consuming, you know, amounts of food. All right, that's why Jake don't like to fast, man. You know, because when you fast, you afflict your soul. In a way that you afflict your soul, your spirit, or actually, it's like the way you afflict your soul, not your spirit, because it's spiritual when you fast. When you afflict your soul, right? Really, you are afflicting the body. All right, because you're cutting off that I don't want to say avenue, but you're cutting off a source of pleasure towards the body when you fast. All right, really, that's you're downgrading the flesh and you're upgrading the spirit by fasting. All right, so these people that have primed themselves on consumption and gluttony, they're gonna face the reality of not being able to consume everything that they used to consume. They're not gonna be able to eat like they used to eat, not having the access to the things that they used to have access to, and that's gonna come by way of famine, man. Which that really pertains unto the food. All right, you know, facing that reality that they have nothing they can get their hands on to eat. All right, and really, man, that's suffering, man. That's real suffering. All right, because when you're not eating, you know, the body starts to eat itself away. You know, that's spoken about in the book of I believe it's Lamentations, where it says you know, famine, it's better to die of the sword than with famine, because the body starts to pine away, eat itself away. That's true, man. All right, because really you're going through pain, man. That's a painful feeling when you're going through hunger, man. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the scriptures to bring more edification out on the subject, man. This is the book of Ezekiel, the 5th chapter, and start at the 12th verse. It says, a third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee. And a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee, and I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and I will draw a sword after. Thus shall my anger be accomplished, and I will cause my fury to rest upon them, and I will be comforted. And they shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, have spoken it in my zeal, and when I have accomplished my fury in them. All right, because it's the fury of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua that these things are to come upon these people, especially 2/3 of our people. All right, which consists of so-called Negros, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which make up the nation of Israel. All right. Now, I'm going to go down a little bit. Verse 16, it says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, in which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. See? So the Lord is going to send those evil arrows of famine, all right, and increase that famine, and will break the staff of bread, man. All right. In which that staff represents stability. All right. So the Lord's going to cut off that access to that food source, man. He's going to cut off that access to, the easy access to be able to obtain food and to eat. All right. Verse 17 says, so will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and it shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, have spoken it. All right. Now I'm going to go to Ezekiel, the 4th chapter. Right. Now, Ezekiel chapter 4. It's like Ezekiel chapter 4. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 16, it says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. See, and there it is again. He says he's going to break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. Once again, that staff represents stability. All right. It says, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. See, and they're going to be astonished that the access that they used to have to food is going to be cut off. That access to water is going to be cut off, man. All right. It's going to be controlled and regulated through Esau, which is the so-called white man, when he enacts martial law. All right. Because famine is going to be reality here in America, man. You know, Venezuela, that whole situation in Venezuela where they weren't able to get any food whatsoever, and they had to end up killing their pets, you know, cats and dogs for food. That's going to be a reality here in America, man. All right, because really Venezuela is a prelude to what's going to go on here in the soils of America, man, which is Babylon the Great in the scriptures. Okay. Verse 17 says that they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away for their iniquity. See, and that famine is going to have them consuming away. All right. So they're going to know death by pain. That's the real death by pain right there, man. All right. Besides being burnt to ashes in a thermonuclear fire. All right. Now, I want to move on from there. I want to get the book of Isaiah, the 51st chapter. Let's see, Isaiah 51. See, Isaiah 51, verse 19. It says, these two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and the famine, and the sword. See, the Lord makes sure to put famine in there, man. Every time the Lord brings a calamity towards a people, right, he always be sure to include the famine. All right? Because that's a heavy judgment. All right? You know, it's something serious when you have a famine going on, man. All right? And it says, by whom shall I comfort thee? So the Lord is saying, which one of these I'm going to comfort you with? All right? Which one of these things that I set for your destruction, which one of these should I send unto you to comfort you, man? All right? Because the Lord's going to be comforted in that day when he put his fury on the people. All right? Especially the 2/3 of our people. He's going to be comforted in that day. Now he's turning that question over towards these people and asking, Well, by which one of these will I comfort thee, man? Which one of these pestilences and these plagues I'm going to comfort you with? All right. So, moving on from there, I want to get the book of Sirach, the 39th chapter. It's like Sirach, the 39th chapter, and the 28th verse. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. You see, famine is one of those spirits that are created for vengeance, man. All right. Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In a time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. See, and famine is a thing that is brought upon the people by the hands of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So it can appease the wrath, or should I say, appease his wrath. All right. You know, makes it settles him down, man. It pretty much puts a smile on his face to see these things happen, man, for the sake of judgment. All right, because one of the things that pleases Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is judgment. Okay. Verse 29 says, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. All right. So all these things that you see, all these things that are written in the scriptures are created for his vengeance. And the scriptures speak about vengeance being in the heart of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. Go read that in the book of Isaiah. I believe it's the 66th chapter. All right. But when I move on from there, I want to get the book of 2nd Esdras. It's like I might have to go back. All right, 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. And I'm going to get verse 17. As I'm starting verse 18, it's like it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. And there's famine again. It said, the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendment. All right. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. See, because they think that you can go to McDonald's and get $1 worth, $1, you know, get something off $1 menu, like a burger or some fries or something. You know, they think they're in good case, right? It says, even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. See, even though they think themselves to be in good case, the Lord has something cooked up for them, man. All right. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right. And yeah, that's it on that, man. All right. So even if, you know, you have individuals that escape the famine, which by one way or another, they're gonna die by the sword, man. All right. So no matter what you know, they think that, oh well, I escaped the famine. Yeah, I'm able to make it through. You know, I can make it. You know, I can do this. Yeah, nothing can stop me. And guess what? Yahweh Shai sent another judgment on them, man. All right. There's no escaping the judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. He's gonna get you either one way or he's gonna get you another way. All right. Now I want to go off from there. I want to get the book of Deuteronomy. It's like it. I just pulled up in the driveway. It's like you. Book of Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter. Get verse 22. It says, for a fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell. It shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. And I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spin my arrows upon them. All right. And let's see. Yeah, I believe I just have to keep reading. Verse 23 says, I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spin my arrows upon them. They shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them with the poison of serpents of the dust. And he was talking about Israel, man. And it still applies to Israel today, which is 2/3. All right. Why is that, man? Because they forgot about the rock that begot them. It's spoken about in the same scripture. All right. They forgotten about Yahweh Shem Shai. They forgot about his judgments, his statutes. They forgot what manner of person he is. So, with that being said, they've forgotten about Yahweh Shem Shai and what manner of person that he is, and they don't understand that he's coming with all of these things, man. All right, because judgment is in his hand. All right, he's the one that's gonna give the sins according to the works that our people have done, whether it be good or whether it be bad. Pursuing the Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. All right. Verse 25 said, the sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man and the virgin, the suckling, also with the man of gray hairs. So it doesn't matter how old or how young our people are, they still going to catch it, man. All right. You might be an infant or toddler, or it might be an old person, with gray hairs and walking with a cane, or might be in a wheelchair. The Lord doesn't care, man, because he's not a respecter of persons in judgment. All right. Now, the reason why I read that is because I want to grab Job, the 5th chapter, because you're going to have ones that are of our nation that's going to face this famine, right? Which they're worthy of receiving that judgment, but you're going to have ones that are not going to taste of that judgment. All right, that are a part of the ones that are slated for salvation, that are part of the 1/3 that's also spoken about in the scriptures. All right. The Job, the 5th chapter, in the 19th verse, says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. All right. So in famine, he's going to redeem us from death, man. All right. He said, in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. All right. So in that time when these people, all right, that has getting basically eating to their heart's content. All right. The ones that have lived in pleasure, the ones that have called themselves condemning us. All right. And throwing our names out for evil, the ones that come up against us, guess what? We're going to be laughing that day. We're going to be laughing at destruction and famine, right? When it happens to them and not to us, we're going to be laughing, man. All right? Really, it's going to be Yahweh Shem Shai putting the spirit on us to laugh. All right? Okay, that scripture speak about that. It says in Proverbs, the 1st chapter, where it says the Lord's going to laugh at that calamity when it cometh. All right. It says, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. See, and that's happening right now, man. All right. And that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. That's why the Lord is getting ready to show his wrath. All right. Things are falling into place, man. Okay. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation, and shalt not sin. All right. Now I want to move on from there. I'm going to grab one last precept. Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 13. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shem Shai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. All right. Yeah, man. So that's what's going to happen that day, man. The servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, in which we're serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai right now, man, by doing his work. Okay. So his servants are going to eat in that day, and the people that are outside of the fold of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai are going to be hungry. The servants, the one that went out and done the work, that has labored in this work, this ministry, in this gospel. All right. That's given it their all in this truth. Guess what? They're going to drink. And the ones that haven't done anything, they're going to be thirsty. All right. The ones that have went against the commandment of our Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. And also the servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai are going to rejoice. But the ones that have strayed away from the doctrine are going to be ashamed, man. All right. Now, I'll skip down to verse 15 saying, ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. See, the ones that have went off to teach wayward doctrines, their names are for a curse now. All right. For the Lord power shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. Okay. Because really leaving a name for a curse unto the chosen, unto the elect, really that's a shameful position to be in, man. All right. Why is that, man? Because, not only just falling away, but just coming up against the chosen, the ones that are slated for salvation, the ones that are doing the work, coming up against them. All right. Really, you're leaving your name for a curse. All right. Because the Lord has taken account of your name, right? And he has put it into that whole list that he has, roughly, not roughly, but for lack of a better term, that list that is slated for whatever judgment that he has set in place for him. Okay. Now that pretty much ends this lesson, this video. And Lord's will, you members of the Hope Elect were edified by this video, and let this be a warning to those that are listening. Those of you who may be of the Hope Elect, let this be a warning, man, that the famine is about to come upon this place, America, and you absolutely do not want to be caught in that famine, man. All right, so that's why it's important now to turn to our Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with fasting and weeping. All right. So with that, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Rahawah Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well. Shalom, peace and safety to the Hope Elect that are still continually plowing in his work, spreading his ministry and his gospel to the members of the Hope Elect and our faith, true sincerity. And with that,